Welcome to Richland Sales. Today we're taking a look at a John Deere 420. This 420 garden tractor features a 20 horsepower Onan engine. It has a 60-inch deck. It has high and low gear. Has a hydrostatic hand lever transmission. Looks like it also has differential lock. It's got dual brakes, so you've got your right brake, your left brake, or you can operate both brakes together. It's got two sets of hydraulic remotes on the front. This garden tractor features a rear PTO for rear attachments. The deck is shaft driven. It's a very large machine, very heavy. We also have a front blade and chains to go with it. We'll hook those up here shortly. But for now, let's go ahead and start this up so you can hear what it sounds like and see it in action. Let's take a quick walk around the machine. We'll take a look at the engine first. Not a lot you can see from the top, but it does have a 20 horsepower Onan engine. Good idle, good response on throttle up. While we've got this still on, we'll show you the hydraulic deck lift does work. Rear PTO. Headlights and tail lights work. Have the shaft driven 60-inch deck on this. It's in pretty good shape. It's a little dirty right now. It has signs of surface rust, but really well taken care of and in good shape. Something I forgot to mention is it does have power steering. Here's your power steering cylinder. You have two sets of front hydraulic remotes. Go ahead and close the hood down here. Grill's in good shape. You can see your front PTO clutch there. Turns this pulley down here, which then in turn turns your deck. I believe this is differential lock here. You've got, so here's your brakes. You've got left and right, and it's got the, you can operate them separately or shove that down, you got them together. This is your parking brake set. Here's it's in low gear currently. You can move it over into high gear, but man, this thing moves fast in high gear. Here's the hydrostatic lever. I can't move it up and down right now with a parking brake set, but in order to start it, you need there's a little button in here. And so if it ever doesn't start, it may be sitting like that. You have to make sure that's all the way over for it to start. You might have noticed that it was a little jumpy on me, so this may need some work as far as the forward and reverse, getting that to be a little bit less jumpy. Over here's your throttle, and down here's your choke. You've got your mower deck PTO engagement, or your front, and then your rear PTO engagement here. You've got 3 sets of hydraulic levers. The middle one is the deck lift. I'm assuming the 2 other ones are for the 2 front hydraulics. Go ahead and take a look at the rear. It looks like this used to have a 3-point hitch on it at some point. It's got a lot of the components for a 3-point hitch, but it is missing some. So, if you could find the rest of the parts for the 3-point hitch, that'd be a nice little addition. It's got the 2000 RPM rear PTO. We did get some WD-40 on this to get that loosened up so you can add your attachments. The PTO clutch back in here was missing the little bolt that holds it in place, so we put a new one in to hold the PTO clutch in place. Power meters under here showing 1,897 hours, but it's got some age on it. Has the black seat cover on it. You can see the seats tore up. It's got a fuel shutoff valve here. If something's ever not started, check this first before you tear a lot of things apart, because if that's shut off, it won't start on you. Big tires with a wide set on them. These are 26 12/12s. Tires are in pretty good shape, and you've got the big front tires too, 18 858s. We'll go ahead and see if we can't get the blade on this thing. All right, it took about 10-15 minutes to get the deck off and put the front blade on. So we'll go ahead and start it up so you can see the front blade in action, and then we'll do a quick walk around of it. walk around here. So the way it's hooked up now, push this forward and it tilts it to the left, push it back and it brings it back to the right. So this control here controls your up and down, but it also has a third function to it, or another function to it called float. So you push it all the way up and it locks it in place, and then that blade is floating. So if you were to back up, it would follow the contours of the ground. And of course, if you give it more throttle, controls move a little faster. Let's take a look at the blade. It's a 54-inch blade. It has new hydraulic hoses on it. Now, this isn't the original hitch for the 420. The previous owner customized a hitch off of 318 to make it a little bit wider so that it would fit over the frame of the wider 420. But it took me, as far as getting the blade on, it took a whole 2 minutes to get it on. Very easy to put on, slid right on, no problems. The blade does have some signs of surface rust, but other than that, the edge is pretty good. You've got adjustable feet on it that you can, move up and down. If you drop this down a little bit, it'll create a clearance that the blade can only go so far down to the ground. That way, if you're blading your driveway, don't want to go all the way down or something like that, you can use that. Or if you're doing a grade on dirt or gravel driveway like this one, you can do that. The sleeves here were very easy to operate, seemed like they're well lubricated, and then the blade the hydraulic hoses had these caps on them, keeping those nice and clean. So it all looks really clean. Nice blade. 2 sets of tire chains for those big guys. So here's the deck. Again, it's shaft driven. PTO shaft came off just fine, no problems. It's got a little bit of dirt in there, but belt looks good. Spring here looks good. Take these spindle covers off pretty easy. It's got some bolts in there that I guess you'd have to remove first, but those do come off and they're in good shape. So if you have any questions about, here's the front hitch for that too. If you have any questions about this John Deere 420 or the blade, let me know. It's a nice machine and in good condition. We'll need care and work for those who are operating it. It's an older machine. We'll get the year posted in the description and comments below. Anyway, thanks for watching.